What up, Snap? How's it going?
Hey Jurassic, it's going good.
It's good to hear. Snorlax is doing a stream later on at 3 o'clock, so I'm like not gonna do this all
I, s-
whole time.
I
So
saw that. I think I'm gonna tune in for that one too.
it definitely should. He's got some really good insights going on, so I think it'll be beneficial to everybody for everybody who is in there to be able to get in there. I think so. Um, I'm just gonna wait for a couple more people to come in, then we can go over a couple things and figure out certain things here and there. How did you play any earnings? How did earnings go for you?
I played 9 different earnings positions,
Very nice.
and I did 14% on everything,
Okay.
but most of that was CFLT did 540%,
Yep.
and Mod did 300%.
Yeah, dude. Mod and seal filter.
Everything else is pretty much a zero.
Yeah. What else did you get? What else did you pick up?
I had AME,
Yeah,
I
AME
had
was such
EG,
a
which
such a letdown, man.
AME was a letdown.
Big time.
EG was the other one I did. That one was gambling. There was no flow to support it.
Yeah.
Mr. Car Wash, real letdown on that one.
Yeah. Same. I mean, the AME and the car wash ones, it was just like AME especially like that was the only flow that came in. Like I hadn't seen any other flow for AME. So like somebody either just threw away $130,000, right? That's my whole thing, right? Or there might be something happening next week that we probably don't know of technically, right? So
Yeah.
there's still time on it. So I'm like, I mean, there's nothing we can do. It's already at 0% basically. So I'm just gonna hold on to it. I did hit an average down on it a little bit, but overall, it was just like I was like, yep. I mean, it was $130,000 call flow, put flow hit, right? So I was just like, this seems to be pretty important. So I was like, maybe somebody just want to throw away. I mean, even the technicals were bearish, right? So that was the other thing. I was just like, yes, but XRX did well, CFLT did well, Microsoft did well, Comp did well. So only hard losses was MCW and AME. So that was
Yeah.
I did go a little bit harder into AME though because I was expecting, and normally when I do that is when I lose out. So I just need to know better next time.
Do you remember the strike you did for comp?
I don't know if you remember, but on the flow I had put an 8C on there for I think 919 long time ago.
Uh,
They were already up 100 something percent, so I just held on to those.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was in August 15th, 8 calls, and it just hasn't hit. I paid too much for it, and since it didn't actually hit 8,
Yeah. I
I don't know.
mean,
It's got a little time.
you
I'm
got
just
it.
gonna sit on it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the whole thing about earnings. So I gotta tell people size light for that reason, just because you never know what's gonna happen with earnings.
Yeah.
You can hit royally, you can miss royally, right? It's either or.
Well, I've been having fun spreading them out. I've been doing a
No,
reliable,
yeah, it's fun, dude.
like a pretty reliable 20 to 50%,
Yeah,
but you got to spread them around because you don't know
yeah,
which one's going to hit.
I have bingo.
So you take your killer 500% gain and you dilute it across
All of them.
3 to 6 losers.
Yep. That's the thing, right? For me, the biggest thing is that this is my kind of addiction is to play on earnings gambles. I do that all the time. I just went against my rules for the one singular one yesterday. Overall, I was up. I think I had 9 overall. I lost on 3, I think. If I'm
That's pretty
mistaken.
good.
Yeah, so it's not terrible. I mean, I did pick up Microsoft. Um, Microsoft did well in the morning, and then it died down, right? So that was another one that had to be done. MOD did exceptionally well. I didn't really expect that. I mean, that 140 call that came in last minute yesterday, that did like 300% almost, which is
Well,
insane.
that's the one. That's the one that I got into.
Yeah,
I got into mod at the last minute. I paid the top price for it to get it.
those
I only bought
those
two
buzzer
contracts.
beaters sometimes, man, they actually smack really well, right? So the thing with the
Those
buzzer,
I keep trying to catch those, but I'm not fast.
yeah, it's hard though. The
So
thing is,
it's got to come in with like 2 minutes of lead time, or I won't get it.
I can do it with the 1 minute. 1 minute is good enough for me. If I get, I've done it with 30 seconds left. But it's
You know, I've commented on Tasty Trade having a position close only before.
oh yeah.
I almost had a buzzer beater once, and I clicked buy, like 5 seconds left, and it said, "Oh, position close only." I was like, "Oh, you
That's
got me,
why
you
that's why I use
bastards."
my ER stuff. I use Robinhood. This is just easier. It's just way easier for me to use Robinhood for ER subs. What's up, Swips? How are you? Um,
Hello, hello, hello. Doing fine. Had a bit of a rough day.
yeah, overall rough, right? Green overall, which is good. That's the main thing for me is having green. So other than that, pretty decent. I was telling the guys, people over here that I had AME, which is my bigger position size, which I got absolutely demolished on. So that was the one that I was kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I got blown out all of my EO plays. Basically, I'm green, but literally no shit, like $100, right? I'm green $100
That's
because of
super.
Microsoft and because of Spy.
That is green though, man. At the end of the day, like you could be red $500 at the end of the day. I'd rather have that $100 green. You live to fight another day, right? You don't lose anything, you actually gain something.
For
So,
sure, for sure.
yeah, I mean that's
Even
everything.
though I think I still have about 4K unrealized losses in some of these positions. Gross.
Yeah, yeah. Still $100, right? Realized $100. So
Yeah.
that's what
I was
matters.
just talking about my earnings stuff, and I got $211 today, so feeling pretty good.
Yeah, that's always good.
But I know what you mean, like a lot of unrealized losses just kind of floating around out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope
That
those
is.
will turn around someday.
Dude, Figma's at $112 right now. Oh
I've been
my
watching it fly up.
God, this circle all over again. What is going on? Oh man, it's sad to watch all these things go like this sometimes. But all right, so let's. So I was saying, Solex is gonna be having a stream at 3, so we're gonna cut this a little bit shorter than normal. You guys definitely should tune in tomorrow because Pat's gonna be doing a charting class, like a tutorial of how he charts. So that'll be good. I know that I got Nicholas coming in at some point next week, maybe a week after. Nicholas from Unusual Whales, he's gonna be doing a tutorial on how to use GEX and Periscope for Spy and SVX. So he's happy to help us learn some of that stuff as well. Working on asking some other people here and there about stuff as well to just join us and talk about stuff. So I might have an insider friend that might join. He'll join us anonymous though, and he'll talk to you guys about insider trades as well. So couple cool people to come speak to us here rather than having just random just flow stuff. Don't want to get too boring with the flow stuff, so kind of want to switch it around a little bit. So that is my thought process behind it. Somebody tagged me in something again. What am I getting tagged with? Oh, what am I getting? Oh, J-Tip. I was wondering who tagged. J-Tip's just tagged me saying any one of those 1000% slaying around. Listen, man, you gotta find them. It's getting a little bit. It's getting, put it this way, it's getting hard to find, but it's getting back to normal, I think, which is a good thing. You're not supposed to be having those 1000%ers like all the time. That is not normal. Like, it is absolutely not normal to have those, right? Like, people should be happy taking 20% compounded gains on stuff. These 1000% plays are like, they're there. I did get one from APLD, so APLD did well. I know we spoke about it yesterday on stream too, APLD calls. So those did well. APLD actually skyrocketed, so that was a good thing. Other than that, anybody have anything for flow that they saw was interesting? Anything you guys want me to check out? Again, let's say not financial advice on any of this. This is just my 2 cents or thought process on it. But if you have any flow or anything you want me to take a look at, let me know. Any stocks you want me to take a look at, let me know. We'll take a peek at everything we got. So, what do we have? We have Apple. and Amazon reporting. Fun fact: my brother-in-law works for Amazon, but he's not gonna give me any insider information, unfortunately.
Could you take a look at the
A little bit.
INOD, INOD?
INOD.
It's a came in on your Jurassic DGen ER filter
When did it come up? Yesterday?
today,
Today? Yeah, we can take a look at it.
pretty recently, so it's near the top.
Was that earnings today? After hours or something?
Yeah, after hours earnings, it's a 48 put, and it's running at 53 right now. Just curious what you think.
Let's take a look. INOD 48 put. 98% multi, 99% multi. I'm guessing it's a roll, probably. Or you're looking at this and this. I see it, 2% roll on here. Let's take a look at it. 48p, right? So it's a 98% multi, like I said. We want to figure out what the multi-leg is. We had most volume today. Take a look at the first candle. You have a $3 million candle at the start. It's a multi-leg options trade. This is a four-legger. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to tell you exactly what this is, just because it's messy. It's super messy. It looks like a bit of both. Long iron condor. Let me look it up. It's the best way to do it, right? Let's look up what is a long iron condor. I think they might be trying to take data on this one. Long condor. The goal is for the underlying assets price to stay between the two short strikes. So 50 and 48 is what I'm getting.
Oh, so you think they're selling both?
Yeah, possible
And hoping
sell.
to just not get a sign either.
Yeah, so buying a lower strike put, this is insurance if the stock plummets. Selling a higher strike put, this is part of your put spread. And then you buy a lower strike call, this is your insurance if the stock price skyrockets. And then you sell a high strike call, this is a part of your call spread. So you're buying the lower strike depending on if it has a volatile move, then you have the 40p, right? Your 48p, I'm guessing. And you're buying the longer, closer one if it does end up going up. So that seems what's happening over there. Yeah. So yeah, it's a specific strategy that profits from a stock price staying within a specific range of volatility, staying relatively low between the two strike prices. It involves simultaneously buying a put spread and a call spread. So the long positions are designed to be outside the range, while the short positions are supposed to be within the range, right? So the shorter ones are the 50 and the 48, right? And then you have 60 and the 40 without the longer outer range ones. So, just from what I'm seeing from the long iron condor, it looks more bearish because the 50 is already in the money, right? So I'm gonna take a wild gander and say it seems more bearish overall. Let's take a look at this candle. I mean, again, this person is betting on a low move, so I'm not like super confident on what he wants, right? He or she wants. Put debit spread on this. That's the same thing as the earlier one, so that's why that's there like that. Put debit spread. Then yeah, I mean it's very
I think the key here is noticing the multi-leg
yeah, it's very
icon.
Yeah, it's very important to notice this when you pull up a contract. This is important. Also, it's very important to something I learned that I pulled up a bunch of contracts early on, right? And then towards the end of the day, someone buys into a multi. Someone changes into a multi. So this can change at any point in the day. So if you're in something, you're expecting a move after hours or pre-market, always go back to that same contract and look at and see if somebody changed it into a multi, right? You never know, right? Somebody might have topped a multi on top. It's happened to me plenty of times before. So that's something to look out for, right? So
Now,
I mean
is that
overall,
multi-tag, is that something that's provided by Unusual Whales?
what do you mean?
Like, Unusual Whales sees all the contracts and starts pairing things together.
Yeah, they have some robot bot designed for that. So
Because there's no way for us to know which, like that two trades on two different strikes are the same trader. They're just kind of piecing the clues together for us.
I think they're coming in at if they come in like this, right, at the same time, then yes, it's the same trader. But maybe someone's doing something similar, right? Say this is one volume candle, right? Say this is one volume candle, and you had another multi-leg come in. So you had one ask hit, and then you had another multi-leg hit come in at the same time, right? Like maybe like 5 minutes after or something. On that one candle, you will see it being a multi-leg because that is a multi-leg part of it, right? So that is my 2 cents on that. When it comes to multi-legs, but yeah, they are majority of the time they are piecing it together. That's kind of what they're doing, right? So I is very mixed for me. I can't tell you exactly what I think about I just because of that multi-leg. It's very iffy, right? It's not enough for me to be like, hey, I want to get into it. But I'll also to counterpoint, I've also had stuff that I've said that, hey, I really want to get into, which hasn't really worked out sometimes. So,
okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. I was just curious because I saw the huge volume.
Yeah, it's a good thing to check. Always you never know what comes in. So that's just like a good way to check it out and stuff like that. So, what else do we have? Swips, you got anything for me to check out?
No, just checking out the Rocket Lab play that someone linked in Flotus. It was it was a multi-legger that someone
Yeah, I saw that.
posted.
Yeah.
So I was just looking into it. It's really not clear because on the face of it looks like
That buying call.
it's a multi-call, right?
Yeah, but I don't think so.
I don't know. The tape isn't that clear to me, to be honest.
It is not. I 100% agree with you on that.
It could be a spread.
It definitely could be a spread. It 100% could be a spread. Oh my God, Fig.
Still bullish though, but
Fig is teasing me. I'm not gonna get it. I don't want to run that hype with that.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
It's one of those things where, it's got that hype when it first comes out. I've seen many of these before, and then it just drops.
Yeah, but you have Circle too. That Circle does not do that. Circle did not do that. Circle just went up for days. So you have those as well. You have both sides of the spectrum on those.
Yeah, like that happened with me at Hood. But then now Hood is like, but I held on for Hood. I held on to Hood for a very, very long time. So I made my money back on that one.
That's good. All right. So what else do we have? Anything new that came in that has interesting stuff on it now? What is this?
I wanted to ask, what are your projections on what's going to happen with, Apple or Amazon after their earnings call? Do you think it'll go up or down, or is it even any?
I don't know.
Anything to look into?
So I can tell you what I've got information from last earnings, for Amazon at least. So last time I asked somebody about Amazon, they quote unquote said tariffs hurt, but AI seems to be good. I didn't hear about any. Yeah, that's exactly Swips. So yeah, so he said he works for Amazon. He said tariffs are good, but AI is not. AI is good. Sorry, tariffs are bad. AI is not good. AI is good. So I don't know if Amazon mentioned any AI stuff last earnings. However, if they did not mention anything last earnings for AI, I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about earnings for this. They're going to talk about AI for this earnings, right? And then you also have tariffs, which are, yes, they are there. However, those tariffs are getting subsidized a little bit better now, and they're being worked on. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna be bullish on Amazon a little bit. Seems like, yeah, there you go. Superstar said the same thing. So I've just off a gut feeling from last. Let's see what they did last earnings. Actually, I'm actually curious to see what they did last earnings. Apple, on the other hand, I'm not super bullish about. Apple needs some really, really, really good news for them to pop off. If I'm being honest.
One thing about Amazon as well is that it hasn't really skyrocketed this year, right? I think
Yeah.
year to date it's like
Yeah.
mid single digits green.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's up 50% and you're gonna have a sell-off. I mean, it could be random shit and I'm spewing, but
No,
I
I mean
just
you're not wrong. I mean
spitballing.
that's a lot of
So
things.
you think they're probably due for a skyrocket then?
No, I
Nah,
wouldn't think. I don't think it's gonna skyrocket. But I think it'll do relatively well. I don't think it's gonna be crazy, right? So, expected move is what, 4%. And then you have they've yeah. So like I said, last earnings they didn't do. They stayed pretty flat, right? So I don't think there was any crazy things that came out of it. So I think we might have some decent movement, maybe. Hopefully, we'll see. What did Microsoft actually project for earnings and their actual move? Actually, that's a good way to check it too, because
I think for Amazon you need to have quite a big account because I'll probably buy a call, but it's gonna be basically at the money call. So if you want to burn that kind of money on IV,
let me take a peek and see what contracts are costing right now, plus what the IVs are on them. How the money you want to go on them as well. That's also important, right? So
if you can afford it, you should probably go longer date and closer to the money.
yeah, I mean, if I were to want to really gamble, I would want to get like a if it was me trying to gamble, I would get like a 260 just because that's how I would play earnings. But Swips is definitely right. If you want to be safer, you want to go longer, like probably like an 815 at least. In my opinion, for Amazon. So, but I mean, let's say you get a 260, and if it goes up even to 250, you're probably gonna make a decent chunk of money, right? So that is just how it'll work. I'm actually gonna try and pick one up so I can maybe play some premiums on that right before. What else do we have for Amazon for the 815s? Actually, if I want to take a look, so 815s are pricey, right? And if you want to go close to in the money, you're looking at 580, 400, $500 a call. So, and they have to do well, right? If they don't do well, you're again trouble. So just to overlook on Microsoft, their expected move was supposed to be 3%, 4%. It ran way more than that, right? So just to keep that clear as well with Microsoft, right? So Microsoft had bad earnings before. They had pretty much average earnings. Seems like they had average earnings, average okay earnings, and that. So they hadn't popped like that in a while. So you have that. If you compare that, we can compare insider transactions on this as well. So you had, these are probably all today, maybe? Or no. So higher sell premium still over buy premium. So nothing within the last month, right? So again, that is for, why are you not working? So is my computer broken? There we go. All right, so let's go back to Amazon, right? Let's try and compare similarities between Amazon and Microsoft. Obviously not the same company, but let's take a peek at those. We had earnings was, last time it really moved was Q3, and I mean Q4 also they did downwards. But overall, though, Amazon seems to move a little bit more than Microsoft overall. They seem to have beat earnings last quarter, and they still was flat. So I would honestly, if I didn't hear any AI or special stuff coming, yes, I can check MSCR. Special stuff coming for Amazon. So I'm guessing they're gonna, especially I feel like after Microsoft put out some good stuff, I feel like they're kind of obligated to put out some good stuff. Maybe that's another thing I would think in my head that they probably want to do, right? So I'm gonna lean bullish on Amazon right now. Obviously, when Snorlax goes live on Unusual Whales, he's probably gonna talk about Amazon too. So everybody that has Unusual Whales subscription and are present for his live stream is a good way to figure out what he thinks too, because he's the one that knows, I think, the most about flow from everybody I've spoken to. So take a look at MSTR and there'll be a very few positive moves after. So you want me to check MSTR? Let's go to contract lookup first. MSTR. The 407.5. C, 407.5 C. This one, 8-1. Very noisy chart. He goes live at 3 o'clock, JT. So we're gonna stop this live stream around 250, 255, because I want to go on to his live stream. So we have 407.5. It's a multi. Yeah, dude, Riot's So you guys, I don't know if you guys did see that cryptocurrency news that came out, something about there being securities only and stuff like that. So keep in mind that too, right? That's another thing you want to keep in mind, right? So let's see. There's a lot of buys and close on this. This looks like people are buying, they're closing, buying, they're closing, buying, they're closing. More buying and closing seems like. Yeah, I mean, it's not very clean for me to even tell you anything midnight on MSTR, unfortunately. Coin on the other hand, when is Coin's ER?
Today as well.
Today after GDYN ER. Okay. Oh, I did see some GDYN coming in actually earlier on this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, all the way down here. I didn't realize that ER today. Oh, that is actually very interesting. Seems like there are some sells though, possibly, right? Or like ads. Let's see. Sorry, let's go back to coin first, and then we'll come back to this. Coin. 435.81. That's what you want me to check. Yep, that is the top most hit contract. It has a 55% multi-leg. So let's take a gander at what this multi might be. There it is. One right here. Call debit. This reminds me of that RKT one. So, seems like buying the 435s are probably rolling 450 or 435, or like vice, like, or they're getting into this, seems like, and this is getting closed out. So they're going closer to in the money. That's my guesstimate on this one. That is a multi, so it overall is still bullish, right? However, I think that 14% with a day is a bet. Yeah. I mean, it is. How expensive are these? They're like, yeah, they're like they're pretty expensive. Yeah, it is very bold. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. If I look at the overall movement, that is the biggest baller. JT, this is a good one again to bring up Snorlax just to get his thoughts too. I mean, it overall. I mean, I don't see why it's not bullish. I don't see anything that will tell me otherwise on this. That's the largest candle, right? So if I can find a multi on the bearish side, so all that looks bullish. So this is that, like that said, that's the biggest one, right? So you got a couple 15Ks. This looks like a clean hit. Yeah, I mean, sure, sure. Let's call it bullish, right? Let's call it bullish for right now. But I think we should ask Snorlax about it because he's probably gonna know a lot more about this than I would. It's just because it's a lot of multis coming. But yeah, overall, I mean, bullish. It's like reminds me of the RKT swips that Swips was talking about earlier. So, let's go to GDYN. And court. GDYN and court. Okay. Open OI on this, open OI on this, open OI on this, open on this, open OI on this, and you have an open OI on this. So, and this. So let me check what the open OIs and the puts are first. I'm going to reverse engineer this a little bit more. Looks like a cross neutral trade, basically. This is super duper in the money. Doesn't make sense. Then we have... What was the other one? This one? Was it? Or this one? That's also in the money, so it doesn't make sense. This in the money is 9 in the money. So 6% of the money. You probably have maybe some closing. We'll see. So you got 1 in the morning that came in at premium with the average of 0.49, 0.48, 0.51. I wouldn't be surprised if some of this is a closing. I would also not be surprised because what was the high and the low of the stock today? So we had open at 968. High was 973, so low was 941. If they got in at the low of the stock over here, then they would have probably exited that over here for profit, right? Or they would average down over here, exit over here. And then seems like more exits overall. So another situation of where profits are being taken, I think, for this stock. Overall, I feel that the volume is still there. I would assume that the open interest is going to be maybe 800 in the morning tomorrow. However, you do have that 1446 volume open to interest. But let's check this one out. This has got no 64 versus 45, 33% out of the money. So they're still in this, right? 7,000. They're still in it. They added on that day, and they are probably averaging down a little bit here. Let's see. Oh, it's today after hours too, right? For some reason, I think tomorrow is 7:31. I keep thinking that it's the wrong days. Man, am I tired? GEX is crazy. Oh my lord. That positive GEX is absolutely bonkers, guys. So you got the 10 to the 10.71, you have 12.39.87 and 40.12 to 15. So, I mean, strong skew towards positive, right? That's my thought process on this one. So, looks good. I would probably want to get something out of the money and cheaper than trying to spend too much money on this. So that'll be my thought process going into this if I were to take this. So that's a good one to keep eyes on. I just got a hit for RKTC. Seems like a 2368 bid ask for the 16C. So I'm guessing they're going to start that. Some of them are closing out right now, just to let you guys know. Everybody looking at RKTC, RKT, there seems to be closes right now. So, and then we have Court, and then we have Lumen. Probably have time for one more after that, I think, before we go on to Snorlax's live stream for the last hour. Court 65p. So right here, I can tell you that these two are part of the multis, the 65 and the 70 scepter. So 73 and 26 basically add up to almost 100%. And you have the 49 and 49. This is basically going to add up to 100%. So these two are multis. So nope. I need to find the right channel for the multi. That's the other shindig. So here we go. Like I said, that's the multi. Sorry about that. You know what they call Roku Swips? It's called Broku for a reason, right? You play Roku, you go Broku. Last time I was bearish on Roku ran 30% positive. So we'll take a look, though. I mean, if Roku is that, I wouldn't mind trying to gander at Roku, but we'll see what happens with that one, right? All right, so short strangle. I mean, overall, it's looking like it's overall it's looking like it's bearish, but with a multi like this, I'm very hesitant on picking up anything. Yeah, those wounds ain't not healed yet, my friend. Not yet. Not yet. Those they hurt. But yeah, this is, like I said, a multi. It's looking more so bearish for the moment. No, I mean, it's pushing bullish. Price action is going down. Could go either way. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. This is one of those ones I'd be like, I'd probably stay away. Even if it goes up, it goes up. It goes down, it goes down. I mean, this is another one of those weird ones. Lumen. Could this be a sell? Next question for us. Candles are kind of similar. You got that 0.12, 0.13, 0.15, 0.17. Yeah. I'm going to take a wild guess as this OI. I don't know why is this plus 444 over here, but I'm going to take a wild guess as this is majority closing on this, right? So, looks good, but again, I couldn't guarantee you that it's a full in still. We have a 24 multi on there and a 20 and a 3063 multi on here, similar to the last one. I think those two are probably all the multis together. Maybe, or this and probably this and this one, that one, so 7 and yeah. Try and match up the 85 to like a 15 or something bid ask. That's kind of where you'll find multis and stuff. So, yeah. So I would like to see end of day flow. That's what I would say for this. End of day flow would be my friend for this, right? So that's what I would want to see. We had Boot. Didn't Boot already have earnings? Didn't Boot Food already have earnings? I'm pretty sure they did already have earnings. Let's check Myrna real quickly. I saw some Myrna come in. 31 after hours today. Okay. Boot did me well last time, so I wouldn't mind jumping. Yeah, more multis on Myrna. I'm gonna say nope already on that one. FSLR and net after hours too. Let's take a look at Broku first, then we'll go down the list. It's probably the last few I would probably do before I had to get on the other stream. 71% multi, 71% multi. There's so many multi legs on Roku as well. If you look at this, you got, these are expensive, man. Each. Yeah. Another one I would honestly we'll bring up a Snorlax when we have that chat with him online. So we'll do that. Not really sure about Roku either. It's too much multis. How is the contract expensive? Oh, for me, it's expensive for me. Like, I'm looking at earnings plays, right? It's a personal thing for me. $522. It's a $522 contract. Like, I'm not about to pay that for a contract for earnings. No chance. Like, I can buy $10, $50 contracts for something that might move more than buy one for $522. That's just the way I see it. I hate playing expensive contracts. So expensive is in terms of everybody's portfolio, right? It's not in terms of my specific thing. So makes sense, JT. Oh yeah. No, yeah. For me, that's just how expensive a contract is for me personally to be able to take a lotto call, right? It's basically a lotto call. No real volume today. No real volume today on this. Yeah.
What's the average cost on you? I mean, charge when you buy a contract?
It depends on what you're getting, right? And it depends what stock it is. Everything varies. It can be anywhere from $5 or less to like $800, $900, $1,000, $2,000. It can vary on contracts. So it really depends.
No, but I'm talking about the actual, like, I know there's a whole nother charge. It's like for the propositioning of the contract, like the buying of the contract, aside from the price itself, like a surcharge. I'm not sure. That's what I read.
I guess it depends on your brokerage, but it can
And whoever you use for a broker.
probably maybe $1 or $2. I don't know. At most, I don't really look at that when I buy it. I just pay the contract. So it's just like it depends. Every broker is gonna be different, right? So you gotta figure out what brokerage you're using and then figure out from there. More RKT, by the way, guys. Just filed in the 15.5 81 168,000 premium that just populated. So that's a lot. That's a lot. But it's also 75% multi. Yeah, I know it is up 12% already. It's interesting. That is very interesting. Could this be? That's an open. Issue for me with this is spreads are still wide. For Boot Skeptor, I would like to see closer in spreads. Not really happy with that. AME was the only issue with AME was those spreads. So spreads are wide. It's the same with this. Spreads are wide. I don't want to touch it. Low was 6.19, high was 9.2. So average is 7.4. I'm guessing they might give big gifts. Some of this might be profit taking, right? So I'd wait for something more. I would wait for something more surefire. FSLR. Right off the bat, goddamn neutral trades. I can't give you a direction or any particular guidance on this, just because it's it's a neutral trade. I don't know what they filled that for. I don't know what they're saying. So that's gonna be a no-go for me to tell you, because I'm just gonna have to dive super deep. I won't have the time to do that, unfortunately. NET, same issue with this one. However, these are not. There's a nose diamond call premium though, so this might be interesting. Yeah, looks like a clean hit. Again, spreads are bad, but it is being hit at the ask, so sometimes the market makers drive up those contract prices when you buy in, so that it gets kind of like crazy sometimes. It gets pushed up and then it gets brought back down, right? So always double check on that as well. Probably lean bearish on this one unless these are closed. You do have this one that has 981 though. 1 day expiration, 1 day expiration, 1 day expiration. All multis too, so a little confusing on the tape, right? Projected a $19 move. Wow, that's good. That's really good. I think that is probably gonna have to end for today, just because it's already almost 250. Oh, so the put you showed me may play out. Okay, the 140, yeah. Probably will be the end of the stream today, just because yeah, we discussed RKT. It's very it's a multi. It's a lot of multi legs on there. What I was gonna do is I was gonna hop in on Unusual Whales as well and ask Snorlax about it as well, see what he thinks about it. Because I want to know his thoughts on it as well. Because it looks like there's a lot of call flow coming in, but they're all like multis. So it's just I don't really know enough to be like, hey, looks juicy. This is bad. This is good, right? So if I take this for instance, I bring it over here for you guys. This is the one that just came in. So this is a long multi-call, right? They're making it a long multi-call. So they're overall bullish on it, right? So I know. So are we gonna play the bullish side? Are they taking profits in some and closing some? I don't know. So we'll have to ask Snorlax on that and double check and see what he thinks about it. So. But other than that, I think that will do it for today. If anybody has any questions, you can always message the group and stuff. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to do Zombie Nation. Tomorrow we're going to do a special stream. We're going to have Pat over here. He's going to be doing some charting stuff for us. So I'll be very interested to see the charting aspect of it. So you guys should definitely tune in. A lot to learn from him. He's very good at doing the charts. I don't know if you guys have seen him posting about his SPY and SPX plays. He's very good at that. The link he's going to be on here. It's going to be on here together. It'll be with the same group here. So it'll be, I will start streaming and then we'll do a joint stream and he'll stream on his monitor and we'll watch him stream. Right after his stream, I want to go into a floor stream. But that way we have a little bit of variety coming in as well. Hopefully next week I get some Unusual Whales peeps to come in here. Trying to work with Marty as well to talk to us about some multi-leg stuff, some actual owners of. I'm trying to get the prior owner of SBet to hop on stream with us one day and talk about his company and what he did and why he sold and stuff like that, so we can kind of get like an idea of what a buyout / sold company looks like as well. So that's something I'm also trying to do as well. So I'm trying to get a little bit more variety on these streams for you guys as well. So other than that, hope you guys have a good casino time towards the last hour, and let's see what we can get, okay? Other than that, well, I'll see you guys on Snorlax's stream. You guys have a good day.
Good, man.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.